Hi and welcome back. Today I have some really fun things to share with you, which I have been loving, and I have quite a few things in front of me, so let's get right into it. I have been using a new skincare line by Mdarie. This is a fairly new skincare line developed by Dr. Stephanie Kappel, a cosmetic dermatologist in California. Dr. Kappel also has a YouTube channel on which she very generously shares some really great information. I will link her channel down below. I watched an interview with Dr. Kappel in which she talked about developing her skincare line. She said she was at a medical conference listening to a scientist talk about transdermal drug delivery. And she was so fascinated by it that she walked up to the scientist afterwards and asked him, when is this technology going to be available for cosmetic use? And he told her it would be a few years. And she said, no way is she waiting. And she asked the scientist to help her develop her products. So Dr. Kappel's products have this advanced liposomal delivery system, which ensures penetration. The first product I ever tried from Dr. Kappel is the moisturizer. I'm not sure if this is going to focus in since it is a white bottle, and there we go. This is the NMF Hydrator Barrier Repair. That's a mouthful. And I remember Dr. Kappel saying that NMF stands for Natural Moisturizing Factors. This is gorgeous. It contains a peptide complex, which they say helps reverse sun damage and brown spots. It also has a ceramide complex to help restore the protective barrier of the skin. It has hydrolyzed collagen, which can help improve the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Beta-glucan, an antioxidant that strengthens the skin barrier and minimizes transepidermal water loss, and some other great ingredients. This is gorgeous. First of all, I really like these containers. So you can close these down like this, which is great for travel, and it keeps the products nice and fresh. And you just open it up like this, pump out what you want, and you can close them back down. This is a gorgeous moisturizer. It has a very light, silky consistency. It almost feels like a serum, but though it is so light and sinks right in, it is really moisturizing and really soothing. I have been using this morning and night, and a little goes a long way. I use 1 to 2 pumps for my neck, face, and chest. So this is something I have been loving. I also have been using the Mdarie Vitamin C serum, and it is this one right here. This is the Vitamin C FK Brightening Complex. This actually contains 4 different kinds of vitamin C. It contains 15% ascorbic acid, so the active form of vitamin C. It also contains tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate, and it contains 3-glycerol ascorbate and magnesium ascorbophosphate. On top of that, it contains nanoliposomal resveratrol, which is a very powerful antioxidant, ferulic acid, another powerful antioxidant, which also increases the stability and absorption of vitamin C, and kojic acid, another very powerful antioxidant, which can help neutralize several damaging free radicals. So this is a powerhouse antioxidant serum. And what I love about this is normally my skin, especially in winter when it's cold out and the air is dry, my skin does not like ascorbic acid. It gets really reactive. I have been using this for, I want to say 3 weeks now. My skin loves it. I can even put this on my neck, and my neck is so sensitive and really doesn't like any actives. So I really, really like this. Again, it comes in the same bottle, which is really important for vitamin C, so no oxygen can go in there and oxidize it. And it has the typical sort of vitamin C smell, which is not the greatest, and a typical vitamin C serum feel. I actually tried the Cymbiotica Vitamin C serum, which everybody raves about. It wasn't bad, but I could not use it in winter. But this has the same smell. So this is a gorgeous serum. It sinks in beautifully, gives you an instant glow. And like I said, what I love about this is that I can use ascorbic acid, which my skin normally is not crazy about, without any irritation. So this is a great vitamin C serum. And then I've also been using their eye cream. Now I go back and forth on whether eye cream is necessary or not. For the most part, I don't really think it is, but I wanted to give this a try and I love it. So this is the Mdarie eye cream. This is the regenerative EGM eye complex. This is chock full of antioxidants. It contains green tea extract, which is a potent antioxidant, and polyphenol. It also contains white tea, licorice extract, caffeine. It contains Polypodium leucotomos, which is a natural plant-based extract derived from fern leaves that protects DNA from the harmful effects of UV light and environmental pollutants. And then it also contains a peptide complex and niacinamide. This is gorgeous. It again comes in one of these containers, and the consistency of this is quite similar to the moisturizer. It is very silky, very light, and very soothing feeling. And one reason I think I don't use eye creams that much is that many of them, so my under eyes are just as sensitive, unfortunately, as my neck. Many of them really burn and sting my under eyes. This I have been using morning and night for 3 weeks now. My under eyes love it. Now I can't tell you this has magically erased my crow's feet. They are still there, but hopefully over time this will help some. But this definitely keeps my under eyes nice and hydrated and soothed feeling. So I have been liking this, and I think I might just reorder this and be an eye cream user from now on. Dr. Capel also has a retinol serum, which I just ordered. I haven't tried it, I just ordered it, so I will keep you posted on how I like that. And then I think she just came out with a neck cream. So the line is fairly simple, which I really appreciate. So far it is just the moisturizer, the vitamin C, the eye cream, the retinol, and now the neck cream. So I do like the simplicity because these products are packed full with everything you really need. You have your vitamin C, you have your vitamin A in the retinol serum, you have your peptides, your ceramides, so what else do you need? So I have really been loving this line, and I would love to know, have any of you tried it? And if so, let us know down below, how do you feel about it? Now, this is unfortunately not a cheap skincare line. To me personally, while I don't think you have to spend a lot of money on skincare, I think you can get great skincare for not a lot of money. But for me personally, I don't mind spending a bit extra on skincare if I think it's worth it. Now, personally, for example, I would not spend my money on something like La Mer, which is crazy expensive, and as a second ingredient has mineral oil, which is quite inexpensive. So personally, I wouldn't spend my money on that, but to each their own. So I look at ingredients, I look at technology. I am also a sucker for packaging, I have to admit, but I don't mind spending a bit extra on skincare if I think it's worth it. Skincare has been my passion since I was a little girl, and it's really one of the only things, aside from supplements, which you will see in a second, but aside from supplements, skincare is really one of the only things I spend money on. I don't buy makeup, I don't get my nails done, I do nothing with my hair, I don't buy expensive clothes or shoes or anything. So skincare is my passion, but I don't think you need expensive skincare to have good skincare. Now on their website, if you get bundles, it makes it cheaper. And my friend Leah from Skin Beautiful RX now carries this on her site. And Leah always gives us a 20% discount. It is always linked below in the description box, and I will link it again today. I would love to know, have you tried any of these products? And if so, how did you like them? Next, I have a cheaper skincare item, and it is by Weleda, and it is the Weleda Skinfood. Now, this is something I have used in the past and kind of forgotten about, but we recently went to Germany, and I picked this up dirt cheap. and I have been loving it. This is not something I would put on my face, mainly because it is really fragranced. But I put this on my very dry winter feet, my hands, and my lips. There is another dermatologist here on YouTube, Dr. Shireen Idras, which I'm sure most of you know, and she loves to use Weleda Skinfood to lip-based, which means exactly what it sounds like. You take a generous amount of lotion and baste your lips with it. So I got the idea from Dr. Shireen Idras. I take a generous amount of this, and like I said, this is heavily fragranced. It's not a bad fragrance, it's sort of lemony, but I would not put this on my face. But I do like it on my lips to lip based. So I take about this much at night. I won't put it on right now because I'll look like a clown, but I take about this much, put it on my lips very generously, let it sink in, and in the morning my lips are nice and soft and feel really nice. I also, like I said, I put this on my hands, on my cuticles, on my dry feet. So this is really, really nice, and it has gotten me through this cold, dry winter. I'm sure many of you use this. If you do, let me know down below. But this contains water, sunflower seed oil, lanolin, almond oil. It does unfortunately contain beeswax, which I normally don't like to use, and I didn't know was actually in here until I looked at the ingredients for this video. So it does contain beeswax. It also contains glycerin and fragrance. But this is a really nice, inexpensive, very heavy and rich moisturizer for, again, dry feet, dry hands, lips, those sort of body parts. If you use this, let us know down below. And then next, I have a hair care product I have been patiently waiting for, and it is by Haielle. It is their volume conditioner. If you have been here for a little while, you know I love Haielle hair care products. These products are really all I have been using for probably 2 years now. Until recently. Recently I started using the Colorsome Advanced Hair Care System, which I made a video on. So I use that once a week. But to wash my hair and to condition my hair, all I use and have been using for about 2 years now is Haielle. And I love their products. But up until recently, they did not have a conditioner. All they had was a hydrating mask, which is gorgeous, but I don't always need a deep conditioning mask. So for about 1.5 years, I have been telling Joel, who is the founder of Haielle, and Joel actually has been on my channel several times. I will link some videos down below. But I have been telling him, you have to come out with a conditioner. So he finally listened, and actually I got to try this before it came on the market. I got to try this about 6 months ago, and from the first use I was in love with it. So I have been patiently waiting for it to come on the market. So this is their volume conditioner, and like all Haielle products, this is cruelty-free, vegan, sodium lauryl sulfate free, paraben free, so basically free of all bad things, but instead it contains some really beautiful ingredients. It contains a radish root ferment filtrate. It has a couple of different peptides. It contains some gorgeous nourishing oils such as camellia seed oil, moringa seed oil, sea buckthorn oil, watermelon oil, and a bunch of other gorgeous ingredients. So this is really beautiful. I actually used this today when I washed my hair. So I washed my hair with the volume shampoo. They have a volume and a hydrating shampoo, which I go back and forth. But today I used the volume shampoo and the volume conditioner. And you can see it leaves my hair nicely hydrated, gives it a nice shine, but it definitely also gives it some volume and it doesn't weigh it down. This smells delicious. It smells so good. So I'm so glad that Haielle finally came out with a conditioner, and this is something I will be repurchasing over and over. Next, let's talk about supplements. Like I said, supplements are another category I spend some money on, unfortunately. And lately I have been hearing about this company called Cymbiotica all over the internet. I have read about them on different Facebook pages. I've heard about them on YouTube, so I was really curious and I went on their website. and I was really intrigued by what I saw on their website. It seemed that they had sort of different supplements than just your standard multivitamins, and a lot of them come in a liposomal delivery. Now again, if you've been here for a little while, you know that I'm a big fan of liposomal vitamin C as well as liposomal glutathione. I actually make my own, and I have for years and years, and I made a video on how I make it. If you're curious, I will link it down below. But I definitely think that certain nutrients, not all of them, but certain nutrients are better absorbed in liposomal delivery. And when I was browsing the Cymbiotica website, I saw that they had a liposomal magnesium. Now, magnesium, as many of you know, is a very important mineral, playing many crucial roles in the body, such as supporting nerve and muscle function, as well as energy production. But unfortunately nowadays our soils are so depleted, and many of us are magnesium deficient. And while there are many different forms of magnesium, not all of them are easily absorbed. Magnesium oxide, for example, has a very poor absorption rate, versus magnesium glycinate is quite well absorbed. But magnesium threonate, unlike other forms of magnesium, actually has the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier to effectively increase magnesium levels in the brain. So up until recently, I was taking magnesium glycinate. But when I was looking at the Cymbiotica website and I read the reviews on the magnesium threonate, I was sold. There were so many good reviews, and what many of the reviewers said is that it really helped them sleep. Now, I have never been the greatest sleeper. I wake up quite a bit at night. But about 2 months ago, I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I could not go back to sleep. I was wide awake no matter what time I went to bed. So I was reading these reviews and I thought, I'm going to give this a try. And I got the magnesium threonate, which I have right here. So they come in little individual packages, and you just open this up and drink it. It tastes delicious. And within, I want to say 5, 6, 7 days, I was sleeping better. I still wasn't sleeping through the night, but I wasn't waking up at 4:30 in the morning anymore. So this is something I have reordered twice already. I don't want to be without it. And along with this, I also ordered their sleep formula. This also had incredible reviews, which made me buy it. But for the first week, I only took the magnesium. And like I said, within 5 to 7 days, I was sleeping better. So this alone actually helped. But then when I added this, my sleep got even better. Again, I still don't sleep through the night. I still wake up a few times. For me, I know it is an emotional thing, but at least I don't wake up at 4:30 in the morning anymore. So this is also liposomal. And by the way, all of their products are plant-based or vegan, which I really appreciate. So this contains a plant-based form of vitamin D3. It also contains vitamin B5 and B6, both in the already activated form. It also contains some amino acids such as L-theanine, GABA, 5-HTP, and tryptophan, a small amount of melatonin, and then it also contains some flower extracts such as chamomile and passion flower. So this is something I have really been appreciating. And I really do think that the combination of these two has made a big difference in my sleep. Again, I still don't sleep like a baby, but it is much better. I don't wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Now this I take first thing in the morning. And then this I take before bed. This is also liposomal, like I said. And you take 12 squirts of this, which is a lot, but it doesn't taste bad. You take 12 squirts of this under your tongue. This has 26 serving sizes. So they do say to take this for 6 nights and then take a break for 1 night and then start again. So this will last 1 month. And these come in a box, and I believe there's 30 in there, so they also last for 1 month. So these two, because I have been liking these so much, I then went a bit crazy on the Cymbiotica website and ordered almost everything they have. So something else I have really been enjoying from them is their Shialjiat. Now I'm actually not quite sure if that is how you pronounce it, but that's just how I'm going to say it. And Shialjiat is one of many herbs and mineral formulations used in Ayurvedic medicine. Shialjiat is a blackish brownish resin which comes from layers of rock found in several mountain ranges worldwide, including the Himalayan and Tibetan mountains. And it contains a very important compound known as fulvic acid, which is really rich in minerals. So this is, like I said, a blackish brownish, very thick substance. I'm not sure if you can see it. And this comes with a little measuring spoon. And it has measurements on here. So what you're supposed to do is you stick this in here. I'm going to show you, it's really sticky. You stick this in here and you get as much on the spoon as you want. And then they say to put it in some hot water and drink it. But what I do is I just take this, put it in my mouth and have some water. It doesn't taste great, but it's also not too bad. So fulvic acid, like I said, is really rich in minerals. And just like so many of us are magnesium deficient, many of us are mineral deficient in general. So fulvic acid is rich in minerals. It can also help with the absorption of other nutrients, and it can help detoxify. The first day I took this, I felt such a rush of energy. I remember I went for a run after and I had such a good run. Now, it wasn't a jittery energy like drinking coffee, but a good energy. I have been taking this every morning for 6 weeks now. I don't really feel this intense energy anymore, but I do think this is actually helping me. So this is something I have been taking, like I said, for about 6 weeks every morning. And then I also ordered their probiotic because, again, I read such great reviews. Now, probiotics, we all know what they are for. I've only been using this for about 10 days. So I can't tell you yet if these are actually as good as the reviews are making them out to be, but I will of course continue to use these and let you know. And then because I liked especially these 3 products so much, these are really so far my favorites. But because I like these so much, I keep going back on the Cymbiotica website and ordering more and more stuff. So eventually I will try all of their stuff and keep you posted. They do have, you can create a bundle, which I finally did. And when you create a bundle, I think if you have 4 or 5 things in the bundle, I think 5, you actually get a 30% discount. And then they send it every month, or you can have it every other month, or however you want it. So that's what I ended up doing, because these 3 things I definitely want to continue taking, and the other ones, we'll see. I keep you posted. Do any of you take Cymbiotica? If so, please let us know which supplements you take from them and how you like them. And as always, if you're thinking of trying any of these supplements, please consult with your doctor first. And then next, I want to talk about Skeenpatch really fast, because I actually made a whole video on this, so I don't want to go too much into detail. I will link the video down below. But just today, actually, I got an email from one of you telling me you got the Skeenpatch and you were so grateful. It was so nice to read the email. This viewer said that Skeenpatch was the best thing she had ever tried, and that within 3 weeks she could see a huge difference, and even her husband could see a difference, and that says something. So Skeenpatch, if you missed my video, is a hands-free microcurrent device. And like I said, I made a whole video on it. And for that video, I was using this device for 4 weeks. They have a program which they call the Cure. And you're supposed to use this every day for 4 weeks, and then you go on a maintenance program. Now, what I love about this is the ease of use. Even though I have finished the Cure, I still use this almost daily because it is so easy to use. And what I have really been trying is using this more on my neck, because like with everything else, I always neglect my neck. For example, I have been microneedling my face for 12 years, and it has made such a difference on my skin. But my neck I started maybe a year or 2 ago. And even to this day, when I do my face, often I think, I don't want to do the neck, and I skip it, which is really silly. You can definitely see a difference between my face and my neck and my chest. So I have been trying to use this on my neck daily. And I have been doing so for about 2 weeks, because 2 weeks ago, so Skeenpatch actually updated their model. And I was really lucky that they let me try the new model. So about 2 weeks ago, I got the new model. And since then, I have been using it on my neck daily. And it is so easy to use. Now, there is not much difference between the new and the old version. So if you ordered, after my video, if you ordered the old version, don't have FOMO. They're almost exactly the same. They do say that the new version is about 20% stronger. Or the way they put it is that it has a 20% better anti-aging capacity. I'm not quite sure what that means. But as far as the feel, it feels to me exactly like the old one. The one thing I have noticed is the battery seems to last a bit longer in the new one than in the old one. And I think that is something they have improved. But as far as the program and results, if you purchase the older one, you will still get great results with it. However, in the new manual, they added a few different positions for the pads. And you can do these positions with the old one. It just wasn't in the old one. They also now have the menu in English for you guys, because before it was in French. So one of the positions I want to show you is actually using this. And I think it's one many of you will love, and one I try to do quite frequently as well. And it is for the jowls. So you take this like this, and this won't stick very well right now because I have a ton of sunscreen on. But you place it like this. You want to put this right next to your mouth with the thin part facing up and the thicker part on your neck. And then you take the other one and place it on the other side. Turn it on and go on with your day. And like I said, you can also do these positions with the original device. They're just not in the old manual. Now I have to say, since using these patches this way, I can actually see a difference. Not a huge difference, not like a facelift. Nothing we do at home is going to give us facelift results, right? But I can actually see a slight lift when using this in this way, especially right after. And I'm hoping as I continue to use these patches that way, that lift will actually stay. You can also use the eye patches in different ways. Again, you can use the original device, it's just not in the manual, but you can use these on your forehead to raise your eyebrows. You can of course use these around your eyes, above the lips, below the lips, on the nasolabial folds. You can be creative with these and these as well, with the original device and the new device. So I love these little guys. I have two amazing microcurrent devices already. I have the Zip, which I love. I think it's a great microcurrent device. And I have the Pico Toner, which is also amazing. But both of those I stopped using because they were so time consuming. So just putting these patches on and going on with my day, I absolutely love it. And I know under that video when I reviewed this, some of you said this thing is so expensive. It is, I'm not gonna lie, this is expensive. But as my viewer said this morning in her email, yes, it is expensive, but to her it is worth it because she's seeing results. And to me, now I have to be honest, I did get the device for free from the company to try. However, knowing now how incredible the device is and that I use it almost daily, I would pay with my own money for this device for sure. And was this to break, which I hope it doesn't, and I do think they have a warranty, but let's say it breaks and the warranty is expired, I would have no problems spending my money to buy this because I do think it is incredible. But that being said, it is expensive and I understand it is not for everyone. Now I am looking into cheaper alternatives. I haven't quite found anything that is like this. Somebody just emailed me yesterday about a different device. It is a Swiss device and it sort of looks like a headset that you put on your face. So same thing, hands-free microcurrent. I am looking into that and I wrote to the company to tell me a bit more about it. But if you have any other suggestions, let me know down below. And if it is something I can either afford or the company is willing to send to me, I will look into it. But like I said, I have really been loving these little guys And I know some of you have as well, which makes me really happy because I don't take it lightly. It is a responsibility to tell you about these things, especially if they are expensive. So I don't take it lightly, please know that. And it does make me happy to hear that you are loving this. And then lastly, I just have a bit of entertainment for you. I recently watched a show called From Scratch. And I can't remember the last time I cried this much watching a television show or movie. I think the last time I cried this much was when I watched Titanic 20 years ago. So From Scratch is a Netflix show about an American woman who falls in love with a Sicilian chef while studying in Italy. And the description says they embark on a life-changing journey of love, loss, resilience, and hope across cultures and continents. It is a beautiful story. I don't want to give anything away, but if you haven't seen it, I really think it's worthwhile. And then I also read a book recently I really enjoyed. Now, when I read in bed at night. It needs to be something light and uplifting. I don't want to think or worry about things. So I recently read a book called Happy Catastrophe by Maddie Dawson, which they say is a story also about love, loss, and the beautiful mess of a family. It is a very easy, uplifting read, and I really enjoyed it. And then I actually forgot something else I have been loving as far as skincare is the Alterno 0.05% Tretinoin. Now this I talked about in a recent video, but I wanted to give you a quick update. So I talked about this in my video with my friend Mary from Skin Obsessed Mary, and many of you asked me where to get this from. And I gave you a website where I got this from without a prescription or anything. I just ordered it online. I think it was $40 plus shipping. Well, I just wanted to reorder it, and now they want $150 for a consultation with their dermatologist before you can order this. I don't think that's worth it. There are some other sites, and I will link them down below. They also want you to have a consultation, but the consultation is only $20, not $150. I just asked my doctor to write me a script for this and call it into my pharmacy. So that's how I will get this from now on. But if you don't have a doctor, like I said, there are some other sites. I will link them down below, and it's a $20 consultation rather than a $150 consultation, which is ridiculous. But I have really been loving this. So this is just a tretinoin. It's again a 0.05% tretinoin. But what is special about this is that it has this really lovely consistency. So this also contains hyaluronic acid, which makes it feel more like a serum. And on top of the hyaluronic acid, it also has glycerin as well as natural collagen. So this is something I really have been enjoying. But like I said, if you went on that website I gave you last time, don't spend the $150 for the consultation. I will link some other websites down below, or just ask your doctor if you have one for a script. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to know some things you have been loving. Anything that has made your life a bit better, skincare, supplements, movies, books, anything you want to share, please share down below. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, bye.